Okay, so here we are in the main file. I'm just going to start the UVCon server. The code. I press enter. I'll be able to launch the program in Chrome. So this is a program that's able to check and sort between and differentiate between passport and ID. Yeah, this is a little bit of CSS and JavaScript that I use to at least make the UI interactable. So when I come here and select choose file, I'll be able to choose from some files, some ID and passports I downloaded online. Like this one, as you can see, it's an ID. This other one, an ID, and here's a passport, another passport. I have a few examples, passports here to show you. And this one will still work. So when I select an ID and click open, when I press execute, it's going to display the output. The document type is an identification card. And ID1, PNG1, as you can see, is the ID. When you select two, another example of an ID, going to show identification card. Let's try a passport, and it's going to show passport document type. Here for this one as well, press execute. Passport type. This ID also, execute, identification card. And like this one also, so that you can confirm it's a passport. And the passport, when I select it and press execute, it will display passport. So this is the app. It can sort through a variety of IDs and passports and display the document type. It's able to check, run and process the images using OCR by Tesseract. Okay, let's go to the code. Okay, so here in the code, we're in the server.py, the main file. This is where we initialize the app, defining the routes to the web app. Yeah, and the next part, this one returns the HTML file. So this function, or the function is able to call the HTML file here. Yeah, and the next one, this is the API endpoint which performs the OCR function. This one is the endpoint which will be called in the HTML document. Yeah, that performs the OCR calculations. This is the front end part. This is the back end part. So here is where the function save file to disk, saves file to disk in path temporary or temp. I've written here it is temp file, and here are the few documents that have been saved, and names the files temps. Here is also where this performs a OCR in execution. The OCR library was defined in OCR.py. So this OCR library is called, it's imported here through this import function, and it's called here. It was defined here, the OCR library. I created it here. This is the logic part of the processing, which for the extracting the extracted file. So this is the part where the logic function where it will be able to sort and differentiate between document, which document type. And then this function saves the file to a local machine, this function here. So moving on, this is the OCR library. It's created in Tesseract. And this is the one that processes the image and extracts the characters in the image. Okay, so this performs the OCR on the uploaded images, receives path to image file and converts it to English here. And this is the path received. Then returns the text from the converted image. So with Tesseract here, I'm able to convert the file from, I'm able to extract the characters in the image and sort through them and be able to differentiate between ID and passport. It's the helper function that a helper method write the text to file. It helps write the text to file. So here we are in the index.html. This is the front-end part where we see the UI. This part is the one that, yeah, when I run it, is the one that shows this image. I mean, the website or the site locally hosted. So, well, inside this script, inside the script function, inside this function, I'll be able to get the image for processing, then attach the image to a form data. And then next, I'll call the extract text API, the API we defined here. Right. Yeah. The endpoint so that it can perform the OCR on this front end and then display the output. So this is a pop-up window that will display the output. This is some boilerplate. The URL endpoint. I use an AJAX function to display the output. So here is where I wrote the CSS files for formatting the page. Yeah, it's a little bit of CSS and the JavaScript here for the function that allows the document that allows the page to be interactive. Yeah, this interactivity is thanks to this part. Yeah, the vanilla tilt function. So yeah, thank you. That's the image processing app with Tesseract and any fast API.